Have you ever tried to learn something new, but a few days later, you realize you barely remember anything? The bad news is this. Within 24 hours, your brain forgets 60% of what you've learned. And in a week, almost everything is gone. But wait, there's a way to learn 3 times faster and remember things forever. If you're ready to become someone who learns faster, smarter, and retains information, keep watching, because this is going to change your study habits for good. Let's break down why you're learning slowly and inefficiently. Mistake number 1. You just read without processing the information. Many people think that reading a textbook over and over will help them learn, but your brain just skims the words and throws it away later. Mistake number 2. You're cramming for exams. Sound familiar? You study the night before an exam and hope for the best, but after a few days, the information disappears completely. Mistake number 3. You study randomly without a system. You jump between different topics and study in a chaotic way, not really mastering anything. But don't worry, right now, I'm going to show you 5 techniques that can help you learn much faster. Ready? Method number 1, Feynman technique. One of the most powerful ways to learn something deeply is to teach it. But here's the trick. You need to explain it like you're talking to a 5-year-old. Why? Because if you can't explain a topic simply, it means you don't fully understand it yourself. How does this work? The Feynman technique is all about simplifying concepts to make them clearer in your own mind. Step 1, choose a topic you want to learn, like physics, history, or a new language. Step 2, pretend you're teaching it to a 5-year-old. Write down everything you know about it in simple terms, as if you're explaining it to a child who knows nothing about the subject. Step 3, identify gaps in your explanation. If you find parts where you're unsure or struggling to explain, that's a clue that you need to study that part more. Step 4, review and simplify. Once you've filled in the gaps, refine your explanation even more. The goal is to make it so simple that anyone could understand it. By explaining complex ideas in simple language, you're making sure you understand them on a much deeper level. Method number 2, active recall. This method is scientifically proven to improve memory retention by forcing you to actively retrieve information from your brain. It's way more effective than just passively rereading your notes. Here's how it works. Don't just read or highlight your textbook. After learning something, close the book and try to recall the key points you've just studied. Ask yourself questions like, what are the main ideas here? What's the most important thing I should remember about this chapter? Test yourself. Use flashcards, quizzes, or even create a practice test based on the material you've just studied. The key here is to try to remember the information without looking at your notes or textbook. This forces your brain to actively engage with the material. The magic of active recall is that it strengthens the neural pathways in your brain. The more you force yourself to recall something, the easier it becomes to retrieve that information later. Pro tip: the more often you test yourself, the less time you'll need to review later on. Method number 3, spaced repetition. Ever tried cramming for an exam? You probably know it's not the best strategy. Your brain will forget most of it shortly after the test. Spaced repetition is the opposite. It's about revisiting information at increasing intervals to help reinforce long-term memory. The idea is simple. Instead of reviewing everything the next day, spread your reviews out. Day 1, you learn the material. Day 2, you review it briefly. Day 4, review again. Day 7, 14, 30. Review with longer gaps. Each time you review, you reinforce the neural connections, making it easier to remember the information in the long term. Why does this work? When you revisit information at spaced intervals, your brain is forced to work harder to recall it. This strengthens your memory and helps you keep the material for much longer. Try using spaced repetition apps like Anki or Quizlet to set up your own system. Method number 4, immersion. One of the fastest ways to master a new skill or language is to completely immerse yourself in it. You've probably heard the saying, You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. The same concept applies to what you learn. Immersion means surrounding yourself with the material you want to learn, so much so that it becomes a part of your daily life. Learning a new language? Change the language settings on your phone, watch movies, and listen to podcasts in that language. Learning programming? Start coding daily, even if it's just for an hour. Get involved in online communities, watch tutorials, and solve problems daily. Learning history? Read books, watch documentaries, visit museums, immerse yourself in the context. When you live and breathe the topic, your brain starts to pick up things naturally without you even trying. Immersion makes your learning feel natural. The more you expose yourself to the language or concept, the faster you'll master it. Method number 5, your life is on the line. Here's the secret. When you feel like there's something on the line, your brain kicks into overdrive. Create urgency. Set a deadline for when you'll complete a task or project. Tell your friends or colleagues about it and ask them to hold you accountable. Make a public commitment. Announce your goals on social media. Introduce a consequence. Promise someone you'll pay them $1,000 if you don't hit your goal. The key is that your brain works much faster when it knows there's something at stake. This is all about accountability. When there's a consequence, you stop procrastinating and focus all your energy into learning faster. Conclusion plus call to action. Now you have 5 powerful techniques that will help you learn 3 times faster. Feynman technique. Explain like a 5-year-old. Active recall. Test yourself. Spaced repetition. Review with intervals. Immersion. Surround yourself with the subject. Artificial stress. Set hard deadlines. So, what are you waiting for? Pick one method and try it today. Leave a comment below telling me which method worked best for you. Learn faster, live better. Like, subscribe, and new video coming soon.